Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Risk of Rain 2. If you're watching this video, you either are pretty close to purchasing the game and you're looking for some gameplay or someone's opinion to validate the purchase, or you know absolutely nothing about the game and you're just interested. My aim by the end of the video is to give you all the knowledge that you need to make an informed decision. To start with, Risk of Rain 2 is a roguelike shooter where the main goal is get that loot, get yourself more powerful, kill the boss, and how many levels can you go through? What stage can you get to? Can you get to stage 10? Can you get to stage 15? Can you make it to level 20? In a nutshell, that's what the game is. If you're a story buff, this is not the game for you. However, if you're the type of person who sadistically enjoys being messed over by games, dying very quickly because you're underpowered, but you have that inside you that you want to do better, then this could be the game for you. The game can be played single player, or it can be played full cooperative with 3 other people. The co-op is probably the best experience to have in this game. You can currently do random matchmaking, but obviously, if you're blessed with friends, you're going to have an absolute storm of a time on this game. At heart, this is a very simple game, but let me tell you, this game becomes very addictive very, very fast. And I know I'm not going to be the first or the last sort of content creator reviewer to mention that. It's a very, very addictive game, in a good way. It's key to point out that this game is currently in early access. But don't let those 2 words put you off. Unlike most of the rubbish that gets pumped out on Steam on a daily basis, this is a shining light of what an early access game should be. The game's performance, the game's sound, the game's graphics, the game's mechanics, how it feels like a full release game, and the early access part of it pretty much comes down to them wanting to add more items. They want to give you more stuff. Unlike most early access games, which I'm sure we've all played many of them, you play it straight away and you think to yourself, yeah, this is early access. This game's different. When you first play it, the early access part is not even in your mind. You're thinking, this is a fully made game. Do not let the stigmata of early access put you off this game. As of recording this video, there is currently 6 classes to pick from. When you first start the game, you'll only have access to the Commando class. To unlock the other characters, you have to do some challenges, you have to spend some in-game currency. When I say in-game currency, I literally mean coins and other items that you're going to pick up, which I'm going to show you very shortly. Don't think microtransactions, nothing like that, just want to clear that up. But it makes it more interesting. It's, it doesn't give you everything on a plate, it gives you more reason to play. And this ties back to what I was saying about the game being very addictive. It's addressing what people like to play in video games, as in, making it so you want to keep playing, but without going down the sort of pay to win or what other sort of game companies do. This game says, oh, you want to play a different class? Well, my friend, you're going to have to earn the right to play that class. And that's what keeps you coming back, because it's not only the classes that are sort of locked from the beginning, there's certain power-up items that you won't be able to get access to, or they won't drop from crates until you meet certain conditions. So you're not going to be going through all the bosses straight away. You have to play this game multiple times to get further.
Do you have marijuana with you?
To find out what conditions and what challenges you need to do to unlock certain items, from the main menu you're going to select the logbook. As an example here, the last game that I played, I managed to unlock the rusty key. You can see that I had to defeat a certain enemy within 15 seconds. And what this key does is, throughout the level there are certain boxes that you're going to be able to open with cash. I'll show you them very shortly. But there's also other boxes which don't require cash. They require you to have this item equipped to be able to use it. So until the moment that I unlock that item, in any of the crates or anything that you do in game to buy abilities, that key wouldn't drop for me. You have to meet the conditions for that key to be available to yourself in game. So with that being said, let's sort of talk about what you're going to do the first time you play the game. So obviously the first time you play the game, you're going to be picking the Commando class, and you'll also notice there are 3 difficulties: easy, medium and hard. if you're a Risk of Rain 1 player, you're already going to know what these difficulty means. If you're sort of new to the series, like myself, it's not a traditional difficulty system, and let me just elaborate on that. So as the game progresses, it moves up through the difficulty. So if you start on medium, as the level progresses, that you'll see a timer in the top right hand side of the screen, and it will up the difficulty up to medium. Then it will up the difficulty up to hard. So when you first pick in your difficulty, you're basically just picking what the game starts at. So it goes without saying, if you pick easy difficulty, it doesn't mean the entire run that you're playing is going to be easy. It just means you start at easy. So how do we become more powerful, and how do we progress through the game? Well, every time that you kill an enemy, you're going to earn some coins. With those coins, you're going to open certain chests that are in the world. Now keep in mind, if you're playing co-op, these chests are like a one-time use. So if everyone's huddled around one chest and one person spends the money on it, it doesn't mean that that particular person can get that. So you're going to have to look out for ninja looting. There's already plenty of snowflakes on the discussion tab saying, "We want loot for ourselves, I'm sick of ninja looters." Well, my advice to those people is either play with people that you actually know, or seek someone out in the actual looking for groups sort of tab, because people who know how to play this game, it's in everybody's interest that everybody has certain abilities. It's, you know, if you're playing in a group, it's counterintuitive for you to just ninja loot every item. It's not in the group's best interest for one person to have everything. So somebody who knows what they're going to do, and someone, you know, who wants to put the time in to see how many stages you can get through, everybody is going to be sharing the loot. Everyone's going to be make sure that, you know, they're not going to take the items off you. As well as these boxes that you can unlock, you know, which contain your abilities, which are going to help you get overpowered and slay these bosses, you can also activate sentry turrets. Some of these turrets will follow you around, and some of them are basically situated in one spot. The ones that are sort of stationary are probably best used when, you know, you have to find the teleporter. And as I've just mentioned the teleporter, it sort of dawned on me that this is the first time I'm speaking about it. I should have told you this a lot sooner. In a nutshell, the way that you progress through the stages is each level is randomly generated where the exit will be. The exit is a teleporter. So when you first start the game, you're going to want to find out where the teleporter is. Once you have visual confirmation, that's when you're going to go away and find these chests to power yourself up. When you're all ready, you go to the teleporter, and the teleporter summons the boss that you have to defeat to go through the level. As well as the location for the teleporter being random, the particular boss that you're going to fight is also random. So, you know, there's multiple different bosses here, so you can't, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get a certain boss. So be prepared for anything, basically. Prepare for the unexpected. The currency that you're going to be picking up is mainly gold, but there is a second currency. The second currency is lunar coins. Now, unlike the gold, when you travel through each level, or when you die and you start the game again, you know, you don't have any gold, you start with 0. So you play the first level, you buy your abilities, and let's say you kill the boss and you finish that level with 1,000 gold pieces. The best advice before you activate the end of the level would be to go around and open all the chests, because when you start the new level, you won't start with 1,000 gold. However, if you've collected these lunar coins, let's say, you know, you have 8, it's easy for me to say 8 because I have 8 on my character. Every time I die, as long as I'm not spending these coins, that currency rolls over. With the lunar coins, the first sort of item that you're going to want to purchase is actually a class. One of the classes costs 10 lunar coins, but you also spend the lunar coins on very powerful upgrades. Now, as mentioned before, the game is in early access, and I've taken the decision that I want to save these lunar coins because it is a currency which rolls over. Maybe the developers are going to have something in mind that you could, an alternative motive that you can spend these lunar coins on. So I'm sort of banking on that. I'm sort of waiting to see what they do with it. The place that you spend these lunar coins is a teleporter which can randomly sort of appear at the end of a boss battle. So when you've activated the teleporter, defeated the boss, as soon as the boss dies, you'll either get a separate sort of portal that you'll visibly be able to see. The first time you see it, you'll be thinking, hey, what's that? Let's go click it, and you'll find it naturally anyway. Sometimes it will appear, sometimes it won't. RNG is a big thing in this game. And with that being said, I've realised I've rambled on a hell of a lot longer than I intended to. Don't worry, I'm a very small YouTube channel, so the fact that it's over 10 minutes, there's no alternative motive. I just wanted to speak about this game as much as I could. My final thoughts: should you buy this game? Should you play this game? Hell yes, you should. If you like the action games, if you like the roguelike, or even if you're just the sort of person who likes to persevere, likes to get a little bit further, then this is the game for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I've given as much information as you may need if you are considering buying it. If I haven't, don't be afraid to let me know. I'm always trying to improve, so any feedback is good feedback.